Hello, I'm Justin Olsen with Blomquist Hale, one of the therapists here, and I want to talk to you about some financial communication with your family and kids and to help you be more successful with that. So let's start with some statistics. 80% of people said that money was their number one stressor. 68% are worried about not having enough money to retire. 54% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, no matter how much money they're making. 52% of people have difficulty controlling their money worries, and up to 40% of divorces are caused by a major part of financial issues. And so let's talk about ways to communicate more successfully with this. So, for one, you need to make time to talk about finances regularly with the people that are important to you. It's going to be really good to identify the differences that you have, be curious about those, be kind, and find ways to work together. Make sure that both parties know what's going on. And then we got to divide some tasks. Who's going to pay the bills? How are we automating some different things? Who's going to do what? We need to be honest with our family about our money situation. Where are we at, rather than building up credit on credit cards and different things like that. Respect that we're going to have some differences and different thoughts about what's important. Let's discuss what's important and find out how to make those dreams come true. So let's set some goals and really go after those. It's really good to involve your children in making money decisions and helping them to learn how to use their finances wisely when appropriate. Um, when making a large purchase, we never want to just decide and do that all on our own. If we're going to go buy a car, that should be something we've talked about with our spouse and we've made that decision together. If we're going to, rent an apartment or do something that has a big purchase, a lot of money value to it, that should be discussed and we should work on that together and make sure that's a great idea. We're going to have a lot of differences in these types of things. So we want to be really curious and we want to be kind. We want to listen. We got two ears and one mouth for a reason. So do a lot of listening when people have different of opinions. Don't blame others for the financial problems that we're in. Let's talk about those. Let's understand their thoughts, where we're coming from, and let's look for ways to solve those issues together.